A story without a plan is just a bunch of ideas. Quote by me. I love this one. Hey, beautiful readers and friends. So I decided that this year is a special year because I have to write my dissertation. And as crazy as I am, I decided to write my dissertation on creative writing stuff, which means that I will have to come up with a project that is a project that will involve a lot of creative writing, and this motivated me to say, okay, so this year will be the right year to engage in the Nanowrimo project, except that instead of doing a full novel's draft, I will just be drafting and writing essays and my dissertation. This will be the whole writing project of Nanowrimo for me. So, since we are in Preptober now, it's day 1 of Preptober, not when I'm filming, but when this will be posted, we need to get hold of a lot of organization material and to prepare ourselves. So I have found that this website, Readsy, is a great website for aspiring writers, and in Readsy there is an article that has 15 steps that you and I will take to organize our Nanowrimo, so that we will do in Preptober to organize our books. I will leave down below 2 very useful links. One is the link to the Preptober article in Readsy, and in that article you can find a test that you can do, where you can find which kind of a writing schedule will be your best writing schedule, because we all have different aims, different objectives, and different moments in time in which we can write. So obviously this will be very useful for everyone. I did mine, and what mine said is, sounds like you have some time to write during the week. You can probably manage 600-700 words a day, but most of your efforts should be concentrated in the weekends. That might sound like a bit of a drag, but once you get into the rhythm of it, you will find yourself looking forward to cozy weekend mornings of writing. There's nothing more satisfying than knocking out 4,000 words before noon and having the rest of the day stretch luxuriously before you. Looking to improve with your writing habits, we've got you covered with this course, How to Stop Procrastinating, etc. But so this is what will work for me probably, and this is because for the moment I'm working 7 days a week and I'm working a lot, but obviously as I go on I will reduce my working days to 3 days per week, because the rest will be dedicated to studying, and I will write even in those days when I work, but obviously a bit less. So this will need to be fixed, and I will need to have a detailed plan on how I will do it. But enough of myself, we are now going to dive in all the 15 steps that we have to take when doing this. And the second link that I added down below will be the link to the Nanowrimo website, when you can register yourselves and share updates with other aspiring writers that are doing the Nanowrimo. So this will be super cool, because you will keep yourself motivated and be motivated by others and motivate others to complete their writing project. So it will be really cool, and I registered myself, so you can also go find me as Lisa Greghi in the website, and we can motivate each other doing Nanowrimo. So what this website does is divide the preparation into steps. The first step is organization. The first thing you have to do is determine your goals. What do you want to write? I told you, for me, it's my diss. I want to write all of my essays, because I have quite a lot of stuff to research and write. And obviously that will be my main objective for the Nanowrimo writing month. But for you, it can be something else. So just determine what you want to write and plan how you want to achieve this goal. Then you have to make a checklist, but I will say more make a calendarly plan, where you can see everything that you have to do in preparation. So you have to figure out a schedule to keep up in your Preptober and in your Nanowrimo. So a time in the day when you will write and when you will stick up to your goals. For me, it's the morning. I wake up, I read a bit because I need to do that for classes, and then I end up writing for at least half an hour. And I will obviously increase this in Nanowrimo to keep up to my goal and to respect my goals. Then you have to create a dedicated Nanowrimo notebook or section or folder or whatever it is for you. I am using Notion to plan my Nanowrimos, and this is because Notion is a free website that allows you to use so many tools that help you very much with planning the book and afterwards writing the book, because you can divide everything in sections, in chapters. It's really useful. And in the future, if you want, you can write it down below in the comments, but I will very probably make a video on how I organize my book in my Notion folders, and I will show you how I do it. And this I think is really useful because not everyone can pay for Scrivener, especially if you're a student, if you're young as I am, and you can have this very useful free tool that you can use at all times without any commitment, because if you're a student especially, it's for free, the premium version. So cool. Then you have to sign up to the Nanowrimo website that I mentioned, and that is linked down below. And this will help you so much because, of course, we will motivate each other and we will see each other's project, which is cool. And I think it's really good that there is a website for it, and the design of the website is so cool. So go check it out because it's really cool. Then there's obviously the planification of the book. Do you want to outline the book? This is a question that you have to ask yourself, and I would suggest you do, because obviously it is pretty important to know where your story is going. And I will make another video on outlining soon, but I would suggest you do it because a story without a plan is just a bunch of ideas. Quote by me. I love this one. Then you have to build your basic premise for writing, and you have to therefore summarize your plot in a couple of paragraphs. I would suggest 2 or 3 paragraphs max to outline what you want to write about, and this will help you to guide yourself during the Nanowrimo month and will help you to know where you're heading. Then another thing that is super important to do is decide your story's point of view. And this is so important because it will allow you to frame your story. And I would suggest that you wait for my how to decide your point of view video, because it has a lot of practical advice. But I think that you should really reflect on what's your favorite and what is your character's journey in order to determine if it's better for you to narrate it in third, first person, and which kind of first and third person if you're doing that. Then you should make a Pinterest board that sets up the tone of your story. Pinterest has all kinds of cool images, and you can find a lot of beautiful images that will, set up the tone of your story, decide on the colors, the mood, everything that is linked to your beautiful story. And this will really help you to have a visual image of what you're writing. Then you will have to use the notebook or folder or session or wherever you decided to plan your story and write your story to dump everything. Especially at the beginning, it's very important to note down all of your ideas so that you will have them afterwards to organize them and to use them to write your actual book, because an idea is a really great start to write a really great short story or novel or whatever you're writing. Then you should schedule some self-care time in addition to your writing session, so separate it from them, because it's very important for you to take care of yourself and to absolutely look at what is good for you. For example, I will set aside time to do my skincare and to do my yoga, so that I know that I'm not just writing for duty, but I'm writing for fun, I'm writing for me, and I have to love myself. Then you should assemble a Nanowrimo survival kit, and that is simply something that you will need when writing. For me, it's internet connection, a bed. I have a table that I place on my legs in the bed, and I love to write in the bed because my desk is pretty crowded and I don't want to confuse myself, so I prefer that setting and it works for me, and that is what I need. And obviously Notion open on the right page. And for you, it should be the same. You should identify what you need and use it to create your masterpiece. Then you should set up a reward system that you will put in place whenever you hit a milestone. For example, in my personal reward system, I will make myself a beautiful comfy dish every time I hit a milestone, and I will also do some yoga, a very relaxing session, facial masks, and everything that I need to have a glowy self and to motivate myself to go on. And this is really, really good because when you hit a milestone, rewarding yourself is super duper good because maybe you're not done, but you arrived somewhere. Then you should let all of your loved ones know about this project so that they can keep you accountable with the project and they can help you to reach your goal. And this is very important with the rest of the things, like letting the people of Nanowrimo know, the other people doing the challenge, because it's really good for accountability. Because the majority of people that don't complete their novels don't complete them because they lack motivation at some point. They're like, oh my god, I'm just like a quarter way through, I will never get through it, and they get demotivated. So you have to be kept accountable by someone that loves you and that will care about you to finish this project. Then another thing you have to do is to clean your house and eliminate every single distraction that could prevent you from going down directly into writing to do the thing you have to do. Because if you have everything to clean, or I don't know, some things to wash, you will not be super motivated in the end, and you will end up not really concentrating on what you have to do because you have so many things going on around you. So avoid that by doing the cleaning. And another thing that helps with this is to do some meal prep, and I will do a video on meals that I use for my personal meal prep when these things come along, and I think that will be really, really useful. But if you are lucky enough to live with someone that can cook for you, ask them to help you during that tough month. And otherwise, yeah, and we will meal prep and do everything we need to waste as little time as possible in tasks that are not writing. Whew, we are through this. I am so happy that I went through all of this list with you, and make sure to check out the links that I left down below in the comments because they are super duper useful, and I will love to have all of you in my Nanowrimo page, and I would love to obviously join this challenge with all of you and to go through this together because this month is so important. Preptober, we will do this together, and I really hope that you will be inspired by this list and start planning your novel together with me. We will see each other next week for another video, novel themed and novel preparation themed, and I really hope this video helped you in some way, and if it did, please leave it down in the comment below. Write down what tips are the most useful for you, and I hope very much to see you all next week. Bye guys!